Hello and welcome back to another video in this Rust tutorial series. Today we look at Rust functions. You already know one of the most important functions, and this is the main function. It functions as an entry point of many Rust programs. You have also seen the function keyword fn, as you can see here. You have also seen the function keyword fn, which allows you to declare a function. For example, here the main function. Let's say we want to write a new function. We can use the keyword fn, give it a name. I will do that. So we created a function with the function keyword fn, give it a name, and inside the body we put just a print statement. Now we want to call this function in the main function. So we type just the name and then parentheses and a semicolon at the end. Good. So we wrote a new function that we called from the main function. And if you want to try this out, just run cargo run. This will compile our file and you get hello world, and after that the function we called another function. So the function can be defined before or after the main function. It just has to be in the same scope that where you call the function. If the function is not in the same scope, you will get an error message. So let's say you want to give some parameters. You can put them inside the brackets. For example, you can say give it a name, x, and a type, integer 32, and then you can give a value, let's say maybe 10, and we want to print that as well, so we say like that. So we call the function another function, or give the value 10. The value 10 is received in the function and will be printed on this line. Let's just try this out. And as you can see, we get the value of x is 10. So in the function signature, you have to clear each type of every parameter. So let's say we want to add another parameter. For example, we add, let's say, a label. And we also want to print the label, so we say label, and then we overgive the second argument, let's say m for meter. So the value of x is 10 meters. Let's run it, and we get the value of x is 10m for 10 meters. So now we can define the functions and we can overgive parameters. Okay, now we have to talk about statements and expressions. So statements are instructions that perform actions and do not return a value. Expressions, on the other hand, will return a value. So for example, so the let keyword is a statement and does not return a value. So if we would write this, for example, the let statement does not give back a value and we will get an error message. Let's try it out. As you can see, we get an error, expected expression found let statement. So what are expressions then? Expressions are, for example, math operation or function calls, calling a macro, or new scope blocks that start with a curly bracket. So for example, in the scope you initialize a variable x equals 3, and then you add +1. And as you can see, you don't have a semicolon at the end here. So that means that's an expression and will be the return value for the initialization of the variable epsilon on top. So that would be just fine like that, and then you can print the value. So remember, statements are instructions that perform some action and do not return a value. Exceptions, on the other hand, will return a value. Good. And now we come to the last topic, and that will be return values. So let's say you want to return something from a function. For that, we will rewrite the whole thing. So if you want to return a value, you have, now we come to the topic return values. Let's say you want to return a value. Then we have to use an arrow and a type you want to return. You don't have to write the name, just the type. And as you can see, we return integer 32. And also you can see here, we just typed 5 without a semicolon, so it's an expression and will be returned from the function 5. When we call the function here, function 5, we'll return 5 and initialize the variable x, and then we print the variable x. Let's try it out. When we run it, as you can see, the value of x is 5. You also can return a value with the keyword return. So for example, you can write return 5. So that was it about the basic functions in Rust. With that, you already can play around a little bit and write your own simple functions. Have some fun.